What is up, guys? The Strong Boys 19 here, and this is going to be the next review for the Iron Maiden catalogue of albums. Right now, it's time to dive into album number 7 for the discography, entitled Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. Now, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son was released in 1988, 2 years after the release of the heavily inspired space and time themed futuristic record of Somewhere in Time. For the beginning inspirations to this record, Steve Harris was reading a novel by Orson Scott which tells the concept on the folklore of the seventh son, and Bruce was very interested heavily into the idea from what Steve had in mind on this material, on this next Maiden record. And some people would sometimes regard this as a concept album because of it, although the guys didn't really think of it as a concept. However, there were some tensions that had happened between Dickinson and the band, especially for Harris, because Harris was really focused into his own imaginative, creative aspect for this record without having the involvement of Bruce. As with Bruce thinking that he was just, in quotations, just being the singer in the band instead of, being treated and to become involved with this material. So with Somewhere in Time, you would instantly hear some of the sounds onto the guitar and bass synthesizers from that record, but with the keyboard synth sounds for this album, it remains really prominent and consistent than Somewhere in Time. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is, to me, one of the, as I would call it now, a gem. Just like I did with Power Slave, this is another gem, a classic Iron Maiden album. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is, like many Maiden fans, as one of the greatest and strongest records that Harris had put onto tape with the rest of the band. This has been one of my big favourite Maiden albums for a very long time, pretty much when I had discovered the proper discography into Iron Maiden's catalogue of records. Let's go to most of the tracks. The opening song, Moonchild, opens on clean guitars with the soft singing from Bruce, and then the electric guitar fades into the instrumentation. Awesome keyboard lead, showing the track some powerful musicianship and showcase a tremendous, huge delivery on the riffs, the melody, and the brilliance on the band's playing. This was inspired from the novel of the same name by Aleister Crowley, and Moonchild is just a very big classic opening track. Same goes with the next track, Infinite Dreams, and I love this introduction very, very much, with beautiful lead guitar works and the keyboards that gel together. Bruce's vocals bring it a lovely touch that sounds passionate, and the wonderful progressive instrumentation was just so good. It's a fantastic song, to me one of the best. Can I Play With Madness, the big single? It is a brilliant one at that, with its catchy and upbeat sound. The vocals were glorious when the harmonies pop in with the chorus. The melody was just memorable. So the song was originally made as a ballad, according to guitar player Adrian Smith, with the working title of On the Wings of Eagles. And Bruce apparently wrote different lyrics to what Adrian had been writing. So things were changed into this track in the end of Can I Play With Madness. The bridge section, however, was Steve's idea, and after the song's completion, there was a big argument between him and Harris So Adrian hated the bridge section to this track. While it may be different to what the song was like at first, from the opening to the second chorus, amazing guitar work as strongly with this track. Can I Play With Madness, being a mega big hit, is still one of the standout tracks. The Evil That Men Do, minor key introduction with sweet cymbals and lead guitars again. Then the tempo just comes in immediately with constant powerful beats on the verses, and they were strong, connects with the huge chorus as brilliant and recognizable. It is a big, quick, energetic piece that follows the rest of the album. The title track, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, almost 10 minutes in length, and obviously being the longest song on this whole record. The introduction is, in my opinion, a theatrical big intro with the keyboard synths involved, and the playing was very tight. The verses were awesome and groovy, and the chorus is intriguing. A very progressive rock style piece, so much chemistry with the keyboards and the poetic lyrics on the inspiration on the folklore. Love this bridge section to the song. Gentle leads and ambient sounding keyboards. Bruce's vocals were phenomenal. The Prophecy is, for me, my least favourite, but it's not a bad song whatsoever. As with the song itself, the chorus reminds me strangely on a Black Sabbath-esque style. Various tempo changes on this one, and I like the continuation of the twin guitars. I do think the ending to The Prophecy has some luscious acoustic guitar work that finishes it nicely. Only the Good Die Young, to me, is a brilliant closing song, and this one lyrically closes on the themes of the meaning of life and the reality, etc. And the energy to this one is so good. Quick tremolo style playing that was just wicked as well, and the epic closer with the drum solo. Just the whole band finishes it with a bang, and then the idea of using the introduction from Moonchild to finish. Perfect idea to begin the album with the acoustic guitar introduction of Moonchild and then use it again as the closing piece for this closing track to this album. You know, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son as an album, there's nothing bad that I could say about this album. The musicianship was outstanding, the vocals and the amount of progressive vibes, the music, everything about Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, to me, is another stellar, incredible piece of work. Never ever gets old, never goes out of style. Every time I play and listen to this album, you know, it just has a big, thunderous presentation of what the album has to offer. So, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son by Iron Maiden definitely is worth the rating of a 10 out of 10. Another classic Maiden record, and let me know what you think of this album in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.